In our graphic novels this month, we are looking at people and families who have been moved out of their traditional places where they've lived for generations or being taken away from the homes that they have built together. And a lot of the problems so far in our books is about water. We use water all day long, whether it's for drinking or cleaning or flushing the toilet. And what would you do if all of a sudden a group of people forced you to move away from all of the systems you had in place and moved you somewhere where there was no clean drinking water or no proper way to grow your food, and moved you to a completely new landscape where you weren't familiar with anything around you, and the environment and lakes and rivers that you had cared for your whole life were gone. And now the only way that you could get safe water to drink or cook with or clean with was to stand in line for hours or boil all of the water that comes out of your tap, even if it's brown in color. The safest way to treat your water and make sure that there's no diseases or anything that will get you sick is to boil it. But today we are going to be doing an experiment with filtering water. This is just an experiment, so please remember that any of the water that we filter today will not be safe to drink. Please don't attempt drinking it. For our experiment today, we're going to need quite a few things from in our bag. I need you to grab the bag of soil, the bag of sand that says week 1, your cotton balls, coffee filter, and you'll have a plastic water bottle. You're also going to need a pitcher of water from home and something to collect your water in. I just happen to have mason jars, but you can have cups or anything else you can find. Lastly, we need some parent help with a sharp knife. We need them to poke a hole into the top of our bottle cap. And to do that, you unscrew your bottle cap, use the tip of a sharp knife, and spin it a little bit so that you have a tiny hole like this. Once you have that hole, I need you to grab some scissors and we are going to cut this plastic water bottle in half. The easiest way I found to do this is to squish your water bottle flat and just cut straight across the bottle. After that, you can take the label off of your bottle and then you will have a little water collector and a funnel. Now, before we start filtering, we are going to have to create some dirty water. And to do that, you're going to take your pitcher of water and then open the baggie of soil that says week 2. And you just need to take out a little scoop of this soil. You can see I just sprinkled a little bit on the top. You don't need too much. We need to save most of it for week 2. Then stir that soil around in your water and you are going to have a yucky, dirty pitcher full of water that does not look too good to drink. It's time for us to set up our first filter. Screw on your bottle cap tight and set the funnel inside of your water collector. Choose which material you'd like to use first to filter your water. I was very interested in how the sand would work as a water filter because it's also made of rocks and dirt. I grabbed a spoon and started packing sand into my funnel. If you would like to try a super mega water filter at the end, once you've tried all of your filters individually, save a little bit of sand in your baggie for later. Once my sand was all packed into the filter, it's time to pour through some of our dirty water. We have poked a small hole into our bottle cap, which means the water is going to filter slowly through the sand, catching a lot of the big chunky dirt particles, and then it will drip slowly out the bottom of our bottle cap like you can see here. If you look closely at the water, it does not look very clear to me. It almost looks like chocolate milk, so I'm not sure if the sand is going to be our best water filter. After I let my water drip out for a while, I emptied out my dirty filter and gave it a rinse, and then check out how our water looks after being filtered by the sand. It's actually not too bad. It's just a bit cloudy. There are some sand particles on the bottom, so when I slowly poured my water into another holding glass, I left those big sand particles behind. The sand actually did a much better job than I had expected. So maybe if we rinsed out our sand, the water could be even clearer the next time that we filtered it. And now, from here on out, you just get to keep choosing different materials to use in your water filter. I have set you up with some cotton balls, a coffee filter, but feel free to try other things you can find in your house. Maybe you could try little rocks. I found an old sock and tested that out as well. Earlier, I also mentioned that you could try a super mega water filter. And to do that, you're going to combine all of the water filters that I've given you together and see how well that water comes out. Try stacking your filters in different orders. Maybe put the coffee filter in first. Do you think more filters will work better? I'm going to leave that for you guys to find out. I hope you had a great time watching our experiment today, and I can't wait to experiment with you again next week. Bye, everyone!